Hello, good morning. Yes, it's early morning today, and I wake up very inspired today. Inspirations during my my sleeping time, and I have been working hard last night. Uh, yes, I have been in other dimensions last night, rescuing souls. It was a very interesting experience, and I may say. So I'm getting to this habit now of I'm not early person, but after this shift from July, August, and now September, my sleeping pattern have been changing also. It's another change. I never been a morning person. I normally wake up about 9:30, 10 o'clock. But lately, I haven't been able to sleep after 7 o'clock. So my sleeping pattern also changes. It's amazing, this changes on our, when you decided, okay, it's time for me to take seriously more seriously than I always do, my spiritual path. And I think that is a lot to do with this shifting of this, this energy that is coming to the earth right now, this position that the planet and the solar system is taking. This really changes the pattern of our routine. So let me know if you are also experimenting this type of changes on your behavior. Let me know. It's going to be interesting to know. Yes, and one of my people that I follow, they are going through different also changes on the pattern of their behavior, and they are predicting that from now 18, 19, in about 2-3 days time, and 28, we're gonna have a lot of changes, a lot of new coming to our lives. So let's wait and see. Let's wait and see. And I hope you have been preparing yourself with everything that you have been talking here about the intake in waters, and about the exercise you should do, etc. I hope you have been doing it. The type of sounds you should hear, your bowl, the singing bowls, and the sound therapy. I hope you have been doing it, because it's time now. It's time now for receiving whatever is coming. Incense in your house, lighting candles, going to the churches and lighting candles to your ancestors. You never know who our ancestors is. You don't know, because we think in our ancestors is always have to do with family, physical or terrestrial family, but no. Sometimes your ancestors is a spiritual ancestors is in your soul family, and doesn't have nothing to do with your earth family. So I had experience last night about it, and in my outside body experience last night, I encounter one of my ancestors, when I came in the house, I asked him, Dad, where are you, Dad? And then when he came up, it was looked like a Caribbean man, old, about his 60s, 70s. And then this morning when I wake up and came to my prayer room, I was asking my crystal if this is one of my grandparents or my grandparents, and he said no, doesn't have nothing to do with my heritage. Is on my spiritual group. He's one of my mentors, but he doesn't have nothing to do with my air family. It has to do with my soul family. I can relate him to any family members, ancestors for family members. So, and now I know something new. I didn't know. I always thought that our ancestors, when they say our soul family, has to do with our air family. But no, I have an ancestor that is not, didn't incarnate it. It's not from my family tree. He's just from my soul family. So here we go, another lesson. I was rescuing someone and learning also. But today I'm here because, so from the last 2 days, I have been asking to talk about a dream, 2 dreams that actually I had. I had many, many, many years ago, about 30 years ago, 30. Okay, one of them, the first one I had, I was in a beautiful, beautiful place. It was a crystal place, a crystal city. And there were a beautiful stairs coming up a mountain. And the stairs were made by crystal. Everything around us made by crystals. Every type of, every size of. Okay, the steps were big crystals, of course. And it was the clear crystal. Beautiful. There were flowers also, beautiful colors. It was a beautiful, beautiful path. And people coming up and down. Everyone was wearing white, very white colors. Some of the helpers that in that days I identified as angels. Now I know they were just guides. Were beautiful, shining white ones. Okay. Us or the other people were wearing light colors like white and light pink, light blue, very light ones, very light colors, not strong at all, just very light. Yeah, I will say lighter like that Himalaya salt. This light, very light like this. The shadow of the illumination of not the stone itself, but the illumination, this irradiation of the Himalaya salt lamp there. So it was that type of clear, okay. The other one, the not the guides, but we normally people coming up and down the stairs. So I was with some 2 friends coming up, and I remember that I was collecting the most beautiful ones that I was found, the crystals. I was collecting, and I was placing on my pockets. But I knew deep inside, I knew I would never be able to take with me. But even then, I was collecting them and placing on my body. Okay, the most beautiful ones I was taking and carrying with me. And we were allowed to come up and down these beautiful stairs. So I come up collecting, and then I come down, and people was coming up and down. A lot of people come up and down. So when I got down, there were a gate of flowers. Okay, a gate of flowers. And you have to go through that gate, and there were these guides that in that time I identified as angels, were down looking at people coming out of the stairs. And then even they didn't see the stones on me, they knew I was carrying them. And then he said to me, "You are not allowed to take the stones from here. The stones has to be here so other people can come and enjoy them and see them also." I had to throw the stones back, and then I went off. When I wake up after that dream, on those days I was getting the knowledge. I was, I was realizing that I had to let go things as I was walking on the planet, or my life, or my destiny. I had to give up things from the past, and I didn't like that, especially friends. I noticed that some of them will come in and go, and this was making me suffer a lot. I want them to stay with me. And when I wake up, I realized that dream was talking, the stones that I was collecting was my friends. I didn't want them to go. I want to keep them with me. And especially one of my cousins that I was very close to her. And then soon I realized that I was not going to be able to keep her by my side. Because first we moved to different cities, and we've been separated by our routine, our life. I was married, she was married, she was having kids, I was having kids. So this make me suffer a lot because I want to keep her by my side, and I was not able to. And then I noticed that other friends that I had, I was not going to be able to keep them closer to me. Some of them were going already, and this was making me suffer. So the dream was telling me that people is like a beautiful crystal stones. We met them, you carrying them for some time, but when you leave that path, you have to let them go also. It was a beautiful lesson for me. It was a very painful lesson to learn. I understood 100% what the dream was telling me. Beautiful crystal stones has to be kept where they are. So at this moment in time, I'm telling you, okay, if this dream was coming to me these last days, it's because someone needs to hear that news. People comes and goes. They're always gonna be in there because they are stones, they are crystals, they are quartz crystal stones. Every friend of yours are precious like the quartz stones. They are beautiful. But they have to be kept where they are. You can't carry them with you when you left that path. You can come back to that path if you wish and if you want it. But you have to move on, and they have to move on also. So every path that you have different type of friends, but they are always beautiful crystals. Okay? Doesn't matter what path you are going to be, there will be crystals in there for you to enjoy. But remember, they have to be where they are, and you have to follow your path. Attachments. The dream was telling me you can attach yourself to anything. You have to be free, and they have to be free. So if you are asking now to let go something, someone, some situations, bless it. Remember, there is angels around, there is guides around, and you'll never be alone. There is people that stays in our life forever, like our kids. Even if they go, they're always going to be there. And the dream last night that I had this night, this, out of body experience that I had, I was rescuing someone that died about 20 years ago, 21 years ago. I was rescuing him tonight. I was already rescuing him some in other situations to make that person accept what happened to him. Last night, I think I put him in a better place. I carried him on my arms to a better place. So, even he's in another realms, he already passed away. He's not in the physical body anymore. I'm still with him. I still rescuing him. I'm still helping him. So that, can you understand the precious of this moment? Even if the person goes and died, you always be there when they need you, and they are always going to be there when you need. There is no separation. The stones, the crystals is there. There's no separation between me and the crystals. There is a type of space that everyone occupies in the universe, in the reality, or in the other realms. There is a specific space that you occupied, but we are not separated. We are always together. You see someone that died 22 years ago? I was with him last night. My soul was with him last night. And I was rescuing him last night, carrying him, floated him on my arms, so from one place to another. What beautiful is this? There is no separation between you and this person that you have to let go. You have to physically let go, but in your heart, you are always carrying that person with you, always. And he's gonna always carry you on him or on her. Do you understand? So let physically go, so you can have the precious side, that is the inner side of that situation. I hope this message gets to you. Okay, I have just 10 minutes now to tell you the other one. The other one was also 30-something years ago, okay? And it was another lesson that I have to learn on those days. And I still keep learning the same lesson. I was walking in a swamp, okay? Mud. It was a river of mud. Actually, it was bigger than a river. It was like a big, massive lake. It was like a sea. I was walking on this mud, okay? And the mud was coming to my calves, okay? And as I was walking, that mud was getting deeper, coming to my knees, etc. So I realized that in front of me, as I was putting my feet, a white stone would be raised from the mud, and I was able to put my feet on it. So I climbed on this white stone. And I started to walk. On every time I was putting my feet, the next feet, another white stone would come up from the mud, and I was able to step on it. It was a slow process. It was not quick because I had to wait for the stone to raise, and I have to pay attention because sometimes the stone you come and go, and I was not able to climb if I was paying attention in other things around me. Like sometimes I was looking at people, drawing on the mat, and I was trying to rescue them, try to tell them, look at the white stone. But then when I was trying to do it by the sides, I lose my own stone. So a voice told me, pay attention on your path. Don't bother about other people's path. They have the same chance as you do. And if they choose not to step on their own stone, it's not your problem. And I noticed that some people behind me was looking at me stepping on the stone. They were stepping the stones also. And in front of us, at far, far away, there were a beautiful, beautiful gate. Immense. It was so far, but even far that it was, we are able to see that massive, wonderful, beautiful gate. The gate was like a silver from far away. Probably it was stones also, but looks like a silver. And there were loads of plants and flowers, all kinds of beautiful, around that beautiful big gate. And our destiny was crossing this gate, because after this gate it will be a dry land. Beautiful. You know this type of film that you see where they have these fairies, etc. It was exactly like that at the end, but far, far end. So you had to go to this mud in order to get to that place. I was looking around to see if there were any other way to reach that gate, but it was not. Everyone has to go through this mud. It was really, really swamp. People were drawing, some people were just halfway, but some people were stepping in stones, like I was doing. Well, of course I didn't get to the end because I wake up at stepping on it, walking on these white stones. It was not my time to reach the gate yet. I'm gonna reach the gate one day, but it was not the time, so I didn't reach in my dream also. Well, what this dream was telling me is there is no other way to get at where you want to be than mud. What this mud means is our life here. Every one of us is stepping on the same situation. Every one of us has to cross this mud in order to get to the place we want to be. My dream 30-something years ago was telling me, Miriam, there is no clear place to step. The earth is a trial place, is a mud place, is a dirty place. because mud means dirtiness. Mud means creation. We are mud. We are sand. We are compost. That's what we are. You know, from the earth we were made, and from the earth we're gonna go. There is no science. There is no sand place for you to step on. There is mud. Even people think, oh, this is not a good place. I said, yes, that's our place. We are exactly the same as this mud. We're not better than this mud. But there is a place to reach. There is a place for us to reach. And you are going to reach if you step on this help that is underneath our feet. The helps comes from the mud. The help doesn't come from the sky. It's no angel taking you from your hands and, you know, floating you on top of this mud. It's no way. Do you understand how deep this lesson is? There is no way for you to float and fly. You don't have wings, and the angels is not coming from the air to float you to the gates of eternal life. They come from the ground. You know, they also are in the mud. Do you realize that? The white stones, beautiful white stones, shining. They were shining. Can you see the flame of my two candles by the sides of my head? That's the color the white stones were. That bright on the mud, black, brown mud. That's the color. We can be like this. We are stepping on mud. You are in the difficult situations in here. The earth is a trial place. There is no other hell. This is our hell. Do you understand? But the angels, the white stones that you can step on, your guides, is not floating on a heavenly sky. They come from the mud where you are stepping also. But they have the power to raise up from the mud, pure like you can see, and you can step on them so you can reach your paradise. Now understand it. They don't need to be on this mud, okay? Our guides doesn't need to come and stay on this mud for you to step on, but they are humble enough to be in the mud so you can step on and walk and don't, you know, draw yourself in this mud. Pay attention. Pay attention. Don't curse your life. Bless your life. Because there is angels. If you want to call them angels, there is angels on this mat where given place so you can put your feet on and you can walk. Bless them. Bless them. Bless the mat. Bless your situation. Bless your life. And say, thank you to help me to walk on this earth. It's mad, but I can look up and see the sky. I can look in front of me and see my paradise waiting for me. Thank you for helping me to walk on this mad. And I'm going to be grateful when I go to the other place. And the white stone is gonna continue in the mat. When you reach your place, they're gonna be there because there is another people coming behind you that they need them. Do you understand? I'm sorry, I'm emotional, but I can feel it. I can understand more today than I did 30 years ago. Pay attention. Pay attention to what the lessons you have to learn. Pay attention where you go. Bless your life. Bless the situation that you are in, because you are not alone. You are not alone. You are not alone. At least you have me here talking to you. Sorry, I was very emotional, but when I talk to you, I'm talking to myself. When I remember all these things that happened into my, out of experiences, body out experiences, is a lesson that I have to take it again and again and again. And they are very profound. They are very profound, very deep. Okay, I have to go. I have some breakfast. I just wake up and jump and come to my prayer room and sing my voice before. And I'm feeling so nice now that I did this video, and I answered the call of my guides today that have been giving me this call about 2 days ago. But today was the day, Sunday, okay? Sunday, 16 or 17, I don't know, of September. And remember, in 3 days' time, you're going to have a big shift. Yes! God bless you and keep you safe, and me also. Bye-bye. See you next time.